Hello there everybody and welcome back to the YouTube channel of JJ Prime Reviews. And Happy New Year everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, Happy New Year. It's 2021 and yeah, last year was really interesting. But there was some good. Some good came out of it, you know? Some good came out of it. Anyway, so in today's review, I want to start off with a more enjoyable figure, one of the figures I really love in this toy line. So here is the Transformers Robots in Disguise 2015 Warrior Class Grimlock. So let's get down to the review table and see what the big deal is for this guy. So let's get it on, man. Let's go! And here is Grimlock himself in his T-Rex mode, and yeah, it actually looks quite good. It looks like the T-Rex mode that we saw in the series itself. So here is Grimlock, all green and black, and yeah, I like it. You don't have to like it, you know, everyone is entitled to their own opinion. But hey, I like this design of Grimlock. I think it's pretty cool. I do like the color change from his G1 colors to this color. I mean, Grimlock was green in the first Robots in Disguise series. I mean, the 2001 version, he was green, so they carried that over to this version, so green and black right now. So let's get in closer. You can take a look at that dino head sculpt, and that is really cool. That's definitely RID Grimlock in my opinion. Nice silver paint on the nose right here, nice silver paint on the teeth as well, nice gold paint on the top of his head, blue for the eyes. I do quite like that. And I wish there was more paint on his dino arms. Yeah, I wish there was more paint. I got gold paint right here, got some greens, got some blacks, and his hands are just blatantly visible. So yeah, really hilarious. Got some nice matte black paint on the tail itself, which is really nice. I do quite like that. And there is the Autobot symbol scan badge. If you want to scan it, if you still have the game, if you're still playing the Robots in Disguise mobile game, you can do that. You can scan it from my screen if you want to. Hey. And speaking of the game was actually quite fun to play, so yeah. So I do enjoy playing that game, you know. Hey, it is what it is. But anyway, so yeah, articulation wise, no head movement, but he can definitely open and close his mouth, which is pretty cool. And you do have a swivel right here on his dino arms. Can rotate around. You can't really rotate a full 360 because of the legs just in the way. No articulation on the fingers, unfortunately. And the legs right here, they can rotate a full 360, can move in and out a little bit. He does have a swivel right here above the knee, and he does have a knee joint, a ratcheted knee joint, which is really nice. And be careful about this ratcheted knee joint, because I've heard that, you know, there are a few people who bought this figure and then the ratchet joints right here on the elbow / knee joints for the dino mode, they exploded. Like, they don't work anymore. But thankfully for mine, it's still working, so I hope it doesn't explode while I'm reviewing this figure. But anyway, so yeah, I mean, nicely molded toes for the dino mode, but I wish it was painted. I wish it was painted gold or black even, so it is what it is. But yeah, nicely done dino mode for the most part. I do quite like it, so let's move on to some comparisons. And here is RID Grimlock with the Cyberverse Grimlock with Legion class Autobot Minicon Fix-It, and with his wave mate Warrior class Steeljaw. So that's pretty much it for the alt mode comparisons. Alright, so I think we are pretty much done with the dino mode itself. Does he include any other accessories? No, it just includes the figure, that's it. So let's transform Mr. Grimlock into his robot mode. So now you want to take this section right here and just rotate it 180, just like so, and just flip out his robot mode hand, and there you have one arm all done. The same thing on the other side, just rotate this 180, flip out his hand, and there you go. So now just unpeg this section right here and just raise this up a little bit, and this will just rotate back, rotate the dino arm back, and there we go. And this will just peg into the chest right here, just completes the chest. I do quite like that trick of transformation. So now his legs right here, just flip out the feet a little bit, just bring them up like so, and just split the legs right here, split the tail, and just slide this out. Actually, split the tail as well right here. Just split it. Very tight connection right here. There we go. Sheesh. So just flipping the tail, and as you can see here on this side right here, they actually molded in the tail right here, but it's gappy. So just like how Age of Extinction Snarl worked, they actually molded in an extra tail right here. So, you know, just give you a sense of symmetry right there, and that's pretty cool. So now just slide this in and just tab that in like so. Slide this in, and there you have his legs all done and ready. And now just flip this back right like so to reveal the robot mode head. And that is pretty much it for the transformation of Grimlock, and he looks pretty cool in his robot mode. I think this is pretty screen accurate to the show. I think so. It's in my opinion, and as always, agree to disagree. So let's get in closer so we can take a look at that head sculpt. Yes, that is definitely RID Grimlock. So yeah, it definitely looks like him. He has blue for the eyes, gold for the face, and what is this? Ew. So yeah, really nicely done head sculpt. I do quite like the molding, really cool. And he does have some green paint on the chest right here. It actually goes all around, which is pretty nice, really nice. And you could actually pretend that Grimlock has 4 arms in robot mode. You can do that if you want to, but it's meant to rotate all the way back and just hang out like that. I don't know, but it is what it is. So yeah, his legs, I do quite like the transformation trick for the legs. I think it's pretty clever in my opinion anyway. So yeah, really nicely done robot mode. His articulation is the articulation at the head. You can rotate side to side. You can't really rotate a full 360 because of the collar just getting in the way. The arms can rotate a full 360 as the bicep swivel. He does have a ratcheted elbow joint about under 90 degrees of bend. No wrist swivel, but the hands can actually move inward due to transformation. No waist swivel, unfortunately, but I don't really care for a waist swivel. And what is happening here? There we go. So the legs can move up that far, can move back only that far. Can he do the full splits? Yeah, pretty much. He does have a thigh swivel, which is nice. He does have a little bit of a knee joint, slightly. It's under 90 degrees of bend, very slight knee bend, but it is what it is. The feet can actually move downward due to transformation, and that's pretty much it for the articulation. So the articulation on this figure is not that great. I wish he had more points of articulation, but it is what it is. So now let us move on to some comparisons. Here is the Warrior class Grimlock with the Cyberverse Deluxe class Grimlock, with Little Legion class Autobot Minicon Fix-It, and last but not least with his wave mate Steeljaw. So that's pretty much it for the robot mode comparisons. Okay, so here are my final thoughts on the Transformers Robots in Disguise 2015 Warrior class Grimlock. And you know what, this is one of my favorite Warrior class figures from the RID toy line. I don't know, it's very enjoyable to mess with. It has a smooth transformation, but the articulation is very limited. He only has rotation of the arm, he can move in and out, bicep swivel, elbow joints, the hands can move inward, there's a head swivel right here, no waist swivel unfortunately, the hips can actually move up, move back, thigh swivel, slight bend at the knee, and no ankle tilt. So the only piece of articulation that I would love for them to improve is the knee joint and the ankle tilt. I wish he had an ankle tilt, but hey, it is what it is. It's still an enjoyable figure to mess with. I still quite like this figure. Yeah, very nicely designed. I know there are some of you who might not like this design for Grimlock because it's not, G1. Well, if I remember correctly, Robots in Disguise is not related to G1. It's never related to G1. There are some robots who have G1-ish designs like Jazz and Starscream and Soundwave. and maybe Optimus Prime for a little bit, and Ratchet as well because he's white. So yeah, there are some, but you know, just to mention here, Robots in Disguise 2015 is not G1. Okay, whoa, as I almost made Grimlock fall. Anyway, so yeah, Robots in Disguise is not G1. Okay. It's not G1, so it's its own show. It is in the aligned just my tongue stopped working again. It is in the aligned continuity, so it's not related to G1. So yeah, so no need to complain there. But anyway, so yeah, as far as ranking Grimlock from a scale of 1 to 10, I will say I'll just give him an 8 out of 10. Maybe he needs more paint and slightly more articulation, like better articulation, but overall still a nicely done figure, still a fun figure to mess with as well. So, and I think that's pretty much it for today's video review. So ladies and gentlemen, if you really want me to review more Robots in Disguise figures, you can subscribe to the channel by clicking that subscribe button down below. It helps the channel to grow even more, and you can always turn on the notifications down below by clicking on that bell icon so that you'll know when my new videos are up and ready. And if you want to check out my other RID reviews, you can always check out a playlist for that toy line. So I'll post a link to the playlist in the description down below. And if you want to get a RID Warrior Class Grimlock for yourself, you can check out BigBadToyStore.com if they're still available, you know, yeah. Or you can always check out Big Bad Toys. I have no idea what I'm saying. So, I mean, you can check out BigBadToyStore.com for any availability for this figure. So I'll post a link to the website in the description down below. And I think that's pretty much it for me to say. So there you have the Transformers Robots in Disguise 2015 Warrior Class Grimlock. And this is JJ Prime signing off. Peace out.